After almost 8 months pounding targets from the air, the U.S. has launched its first successful ground raid against ISIS deep inside Syria. A crack team of commandos shot and killed a senior figure considered responsible for the militant's financial and energy operations. The daring nighttime raid, 400 kilometers northeast of Damascus, was personally ordered by President Barack Obama and comes as ISIS made a significant gain over the border in Iraq. Stephen D'Souza has the story.
Until now, it's been a battle fought mostly from the sky. Last night, the U.S. brought its fight against ISIS to the ground. The Delta Force raid struck into the heart of ISIS-controlled territory, with reports of hand-to-hand combat and 12 ISIS fighters killed, all to get a man being called the Emir of Oil and Gas, the CFO for ISIS, a Tunisian named Abu Sayyaf. In a statement, the White House said Abu Sayyaf was a senior ISIL leader who, among other things, had a senior role in overseeing ISIL's illicit oil and gas operations. He was also involved with the group's military operations. The White House says Sayyaf was killed in the operation, his wife taken prisoner, and is being sent to Iraq to be interrogated. Officials say they also rescued an 18-year-old Yazidi woman that the couple kept as a slave. It is the first ground raid inside Syria that's been made public since the failed attempt last year to rescue American hostage James Foley. While some analysts question Sayyaf's place in the ISIS hierarchy, others say the very nature of the raid is significant.
We've demonstrated we can get actionable intelligence about the senior leadership of ISIL. We can move hundreds of miles into their territory.
He says this could have an impact on how ISIS leadership communicates.
It'll certainly put people to ground. I don't think you'll find anybody in ISIL using a cell phone, a radio, or anything else that emits radio waves for a while.
But the raid does come as ISIS continues to make gains in Iraq. In Ramadi, Iraqi forces backed by U.S. airstrikes continue a seesaw battle for control of the city. Ramadi is just 120 kilometers outside Baghdad and would represent a significant win for ISIS as it creeps across the region from Aleppo in the west to Mosul in the east. ISIS oil and gas production has been slowed by U.S. airstrikes, but still provides a lot of money fueling their push.
Combating these revenue streams of these groups is as important as anything else, including kinetic actions against the fighters.
There are reports that the raid also produced a vast amount of information for officials, prompting some analysts to suggest that more raids like this could be on the horizon. Stephen D'Souza, CBC News, New York.